Hello, welcome guys to Sunday Shogi, where we analyze all the faults we do in our lives, starting with Shogi. Hello, this is your teacher of overthinking. And yeah, if you would like to upload your kifu, this is where you do it, onto this page. Hello, Toads. And I already have a few. We're gonna start with Siov. That's from, did we do it or not? Maybe it's from last week. 17, 22, 17. That could be from Friday. Yeah, all right, that's fine. Siov, Toad, Eon, Escape Artist, and Valorant once more, because Valorant's kifu is to be on YouTube as well, but I assume that's a different one. And how are you guys? How is your weekend so far? Here it's so super hot. 31 degrees inside. I almost didn't make tea today, but I love tea, so I made tea anyway. I'm a little bit confused. Siov said, I am Sente. Oh, okay, Champion Res is got it, gotcha. Is this a high quality game in your opinion? Oh god, this question puts a pressure on me. We might use this kifu in a tutorial video too. Okay, I think we didn't see this one. Did we? I don't think we did. Or did we? I don't think we did. No, we didn't. Warm, but also busy working on better Lichess Shogi and Discord bot integration. That sounds amazing, Toad. Good luck. Shogi by Mifas has a very fun weekend. I enjoyed the waterfall inside my house. Yeah, I saw the picture. Did your roof like started leaking or something? Or did somebody let bathtub water overflow the bathtub? I guess it's not an option nowadays because there is this thing that doesn't let it happen. When it overflows, it just go back inside, right? I have no idea. Storm, gotcha. I wish for a storm here. We want some cool weather. I was like, oh, it's such a stormy weather last week. Oh no, it's so bad. There are thunderstorms, but now I'm like, please lower the temperature. Please, some rain. Yeah. I will actually keep open the door, maybe. We'll keep the door open. Okay. So let's start. We will have Siov, who's center. And the question was, is it a high quality game in your opinion? Define high quality. Okay, so we close the line, we go up. So far, okay, if I would be very, very rough, I would say got a place not in a very good move order already, but maybe I am too strict. Like, we want to keep this guard for later, usually, and against 4-5 rook, it happens often that the silver will come here or here. So we usually play this move to have option to play both, kind of surprise our opponents. This one's is like almost bogging. Well, we're gonna see. This one also is a move that we might wanna play later and stuff. Okay, the king going. All right, so we are doing the normal stuff as center. We're going to castle, Mino castle, right? We went for 4-5 rook. Now Gota is doing some unorthodox stuff. Instead of pushing this pawn, we have this silver climbing here. And this is where we should be a little bit careful, yeah? It's out of Joseki, we should start reading. The enemy is really, really aggressive. So if the silver comes up to here, we can expect basically one crazy move from here. maybe two, like which is this one or this one. This is possible because bishop is hanging. So we need to have an answer, which would be to move the silver up here, defend the head of the bishop. So yeah, I would probably like put the bishop here to have it connected. Depending on the situation, I would like to push this one to like counter a little bit, but we will see. And Siyov does the same thing. He defends the bishop's head. And now it's unorthodox again, yeah? I would prefer to move the king first in general, because the bishop exchange will happen, means the bishop drop is possible. So kinda also running away from this battlefield that looks more and more aggressive. I could fight with the king on this square more than on king on this square. Gold move. Yeah, depending on the situation, that also limits our rook. I'm getting into more details, but basically it's not a bad move. Yeah, let's go with that. So the silver came here. There's also a move like this, which is quite crazy. I would be quite eager to push this pawn to trap this silver here. The enemy is aggressive, but their king is in the center. So yeah, I understand the bishop, but I would like to punish them immediately if they push the pawn knight jump, maybe. I can see the bishop pawn push type of strategy too. Okay, the silver just died. So the silver died, right? I mean, probably this is going to happen, but the silver died. Yeah. And then again, I would like to open the fight, like go here maybe, yeah. Start attacking while this king is here. But I would be more happy if the gold was still here and the king was here already. I would prefer that, because pawn push bishop exchange, this rook here feels kinda unsafe. So the gold being here could, you know, kinda help. And the king being further away, the further away it is, the better it feels, right? This is Siyov versus red champion. So this is my reasoning, yeah? And yes, silver died. So I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know what we're doing here. Why are we moving the lance? Why? The king is so much more important in this position. This is a waiting move. This is always a waiting move. We have so many moves we have to play before the battle starts. We have no time to wait. No. This also limits our rook, depending on the situation. Finally. Okay. And it's like we wasted a move here. Let's be honest. Yeah? Clearly we wasted a move here. Too straightforward. So for example, yeah. Okay, maybe that's not a good example. Maybe not. I want to show like some smart variation, something like this, and then capture the rig. But the problem is they're gonna go here, and that's not as smart as it should be. So it's not gonna work. We could also play this move. They take, we take, and then we return promotion. The problem is they will defend, and then what do? We could at any point like drop the silver here to not only target the rook but also lower their castle power, yeah? I don't know where they're gonna go. Let's say they do this and then you continue attacking. And again, the rook's ear is a weakness, yeah? So if they do this, again, we have a nice attack here. I like this version, yeah? Our king is safe. This doesn't matter because our rook is far away. We have enough pieces to continue attacking, yeah. So this is like a light way to do it. Keep the silver in hand. This is heavy. Our bishop and rook are close in this variation. And we do this. So this bishop has no way to sabaki. So we are, and our attackers are rook and the silver and one pawn if we're lucky. And it doesn't feel like a good attack. Feels again very defensive. But we cannot be defensive anymore. It's middle game, yeah? We should go more aggressive. Yeah, the silver, see how heavy it is? We have hard time using it. Okay. So clearly center is better, yeah? We have a whole silver advantage. Funny enough, we could have taken this as well, because then the lance has no defense. Then we exchange knight for lance. If they take our rook, we take their rook and disturb their shape a little bit. Yeah, but maybe we lose one piece as an effect. So maybe here. Maybe that looks good. But considerable, yeah? Again, this bishop is useless. So if we go here, the knight is activated, but we lose it, and then the rook runs away. We drop it, we drop the lance, they go here. Okay, let's agree that if we lose the bishop, it's worse than not using it. As a line that I would like to play is something like this. That's Seof, yeah. I would like to find a way to activate pieces. Bishop, if we activate the bishop, what are we gonna do with it, actually? Yeah, we can put it here, make a horse, then promote, then they run. Takes a lot of time too, because it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and then 3. We already threatened very strong thing that if they defend, we drop the knight and continue attacking. The other option I could consider is like the edge, but our king weakness is the edge as well. It's not the worst. Yeah, this is better. Why do we drop the pawn? To take the lance? I mean, talking is so... This is our last pawn, yeah? Talking would be so much better. So, in this position, our enemy has 0 attack, right? This is so much faster. If we're afraid, we could consider moving our king early, right? By the way, this is a weakness now for a knight drop. What we did was do this, this, and one of our generals disappeared. Funny enough, if we didn't drop the pawn and I don't know, let's say we take a move, we have the option of going here because the dragon is not here, right? Technically. But because we forced them to go closer, this had more impact. This lance didn't enable us to attack. This talking was so much more important. And yeah, now our castle is gone. And this move is especially painful because it goes away from the talking. Ay. Hi, TCF. Finally, thank you. But we are doing it only because it's under attack, but it was a good move to begin with. But guys, you see how those two moves like did nothing? How much more power this one move has? I mean, we have this good move here first, but... So this is like, in the end game, what we want to do is take pieces of the board. It makes it easier to like checkmate the king. For example, there's one less general, so this would lead to a mate, right? Silver takes... Also, yeah, the same principle, yeah? You just clear off all the pieces. It makes the reading easier in general. So, talking is a nice piece to have, but... Yeah, so this is not a mate. Talking takes the gold was a mate, clearly. Okay, and this is mate as well. I mean, it is an interesting game to review on the YouTube to answer the question, is it a high quality game? If you wanna... I don't wanna be rude, but I mean, clearly this is like a... Not the like super strong down players game. But you can touch many interesting points here. I mean, every game is cool to analyze, yeah. At my time, when I was like a beginner and I did video with Rico, we would do like different point of view videos. We would play live and Rico would comment what he thinks and I would comment what I think. And our games were horrible, yeah? Horrible. And yet it was fun to make it, probably fun to watch. So I wouldn't worry about the quality of the game. I would worry about the quality of the commentary, yeah? I think clearly Sente was stronger. It's just Seof got a little bit confused between defense and attack at the later phase. And yeah, Mitsume is Mitsume, right? Yeah, we can touch the topic of why the king shouldn't be in the center, how the silver was captured. We can talk about the strength of talking here. Yeah, quite an interesting kifu to review, I think. All right, let's see the next one. We have Thought of Sky, also Li Shogi. In our fourth game, Alexei agreed to play a different swinging rook opening. This game ended in a time scramble. This entire game I found trying to read overwhelming and found it difficult to find plans. Alright, let's work on it then. Toad is on the bottom, so I assume that's center. Yeah, alright. Is my game submitted? Yes. There is the last one in the line, Valorant. So we have different type of swinging rook. This pawn push quite early, depending on your idea, might be good. Okay, that's standard. And this is an attempt to go for Tenshukaku Mino, which is the... What's the English of that? Tower Mino? And I personally hate it because the king is so far away from this line of attack. The weakness is, of course, the head. Yeah, the silver should come here. This should be Mino. There is Fuji system to counter it as well. Tower Mino is correct. Thank you. So if we want to do that, I think pawn push is necessary so that we keep bishop on this line. Like, that's the idea in some openings, to do this and then retreat there. Alone, this kind of gives your opponent a developing move. We move this silver instead of the gold. I'm not sure why, but could make sense. It's not a bad move, it's just that. Yeah, so now the bishop is dying, right? Because we don't have this move. So pawn push. If the bishop goes here, clearly it's dying, right? Something like this. I mean, it would be quite a heavy fight, but if it goes here, we can actually force this knight to jump, unless it goes here. Then it's not so clear. But I want to show that this shape is usually how we capture the knight. Very tricky way to capture the knight. If you go here, maybe it is not as easy. Maybe push this pawn, keep this line of limits, and then slowly put this gold here, maybe put this silver and gold here, maybe move the rook here. Pawn push. Yeah, it's not easy, but our bishop is stronger. I mean, enemy bishop is stronger, yeah? Yeah, the edge pawn will be important, indeed. This one, because of the knight drop, simply speaking. So the plan for the tower Mino is basically build up strong shape, you know, and the fact that your king is so off this center means you have better attacking chances later on. One idea, I think, is to build a shape like this with two silvers, and then use the bishop here. The other idea is you play really slowly, and you develop this castle into Yonenaga's king. So, for example, it looks like this is a weakness, but it's not, actually. I don't know, let's say whatever, yeah? Something like this would be a possibility. This is Yonenaga's king, and it's a name of a castle. And Yonenaga was a famous shogi player, as you know, the chairman of Shogi Association at some point. So yeah, if it's your plan, you should play, you have those options. Yeah, so this bishop will have trouble surviving. Maybe like this, try to make an escape route would be my idea. Honestly, but this shape is already kind of weird. You can feel it, right? The reason why it's weak is because you jump the knight. This kind of weakens the king. Because now this square is unprotected. It's only protected by the king. Here it's protected by two pieces, right? Once you jump the knight, this knight protects those squares instead. So the protection of this square, which is very important next to the king, is quite weakened. So instead, as I mentioned, maybe bringing this over here. Usually we go here. Here you're kind of forced because of your bishop positioning. To maybe do it like this, I'm not sure. And yeah, you want to finish the mina. So here, for example, we can kind of force the bishop off already. If you are to play this, that weakens the head of your king. The bishop becomes a target. We're not gonna take it because this is gonna allow a scary token right next to our king, but we keep this a piece, a hostage piece. Yeah, something like that. Maybe move the silver, put a pressure here, and then we can take it later. And this would be an interesting game, but your king head would be weakened. So here, yeah, we would like to play this. Wait, what happened here? Knight. You exchange an... Oh my god. You exchange a knight in front of your king, making the same weakness. Bad. Bad. And this is the exact moment where I want this bishop of this line. I want it to be forced exchange, and I want the silver to come to my king, yeah? I want it here. With this weakness, it's fine so far. I want this bishop to disappear, yeah? Now if they had a pawn, they drop it here immediately. Yeah, so now their target could be, I'm gonna get a pawn and punish you. And here we have a possibility of exchange. The bishop is being bullied. You give them a pawn. Is it the time scramble part? It was more like a forehead palm, but... Alright, the position is already very bad. We're gonna just go with it. Another one of those. It's actually not easy after all. Maybe something like this. This was played, right? King is the move to try to avoid lance drop. Okay, that makes sense. Knight drop. I wonder if something like pawn push would work. Like, we really want this rook off the board, actually. Maybe it's kind of weird. This pawn, okay, I utilize it before it's taken. Sure. Here maybe bishop takes, because silver cannot take this now. But yeah, you managed to sabaki the bishop, so it doesn't look so bad anymore. Your king still has a promoted piece next to itself. Okay, early escape, but then the silver is gonna hang, so... It's quite a pawn push, maybe? Then bishop drop. Yeah, maybe I'm... Yeah, okay. Alright. Okay, attacking the pivotal pieces. Do we take the lance or not? I would be kind of eager to do it like this, maybe? Do we need the lance? How are you gonna use the lance? Here, okay, I mean... It's a possibility. Drop. I would consider sacrifice as well. You know what would be cool here, Toad? This move. If taken, I'm going for Hishi type of a deal. Abigail, welcome, welcome. I peeked a little bit on your game. Something like this is what we want. The problem is they might have a rook drop here. We have to use a piece, or do we? Probably have. And then maybe they can... No, they cannot defend. We have pawn drop. Yeah, I mean, quite interesting. Yeah, the drop, the problem with the drop, we have all those pieces here, but the king is escaping here. So instead of surrounding, we're chasing it away. So this is near a passing move, and this is why going strong. Remaining moves are not of interest as Goto is completely winning. A win by timeout. No. He win by time. But he played a move. Oh no, it's Alexei that won by... Yeah, Goto is winning because of that. So yeah, the opening was a little bit weird. Not gonna lie. Your king was never safe. Like here, for example, if your king is here, that's a castle shape, and if the king is here, it's the exposed castle shape, right? So this shape feels weird. But then you fought pretty well in the end, yeah? Finally making the bishop disappear. Blocking of this bishop, getting a piece in hand, disturbing the shape, attacking the gold. It's quite rough for Alexei, not gonna lie. Totally winning, right? So that was your chance that you fought so hard for, I believe. So yeah, Toad, try to find those Tower Mino games. Try to see. This is a very old style shogi, so you might find some kifu on the database because there should be many. And I think this style may fit you. It's just that you need to learn the flow of the game. The shape of the pieces. Yeah, I think, yeah, it could fit you. But thanks, yeah, thanks for sending the game, yeah? Okay, Eon, another Lishogi. Everybody playing Lishogi today. Last week's Kifu, my opponent this game is one of the biggest rivals in the 81-0 league, so I tried to do my best in our match. I left some comments on the Kifu because I cannot attend the live stream, unfortunately. Thank you very much for the Kifu review. Alright, so we're gonna read the comments carefully then. Are there comments? There are, okay. Knight drop to h6 instead of 9-5. Here. How about they do this? Block the dragon while escaping. I mean, it feels really close still, but all right. Anyway, Eon is Gote, and we're on the bottom. Great. You wanna sack? Yeah, me too, me too. In this position, definitely, I wanna sacrifice the dragon. I was thinking about it. Oh, depending on the situation, I really wanted this rook to run as well. This pawn promotion takes, allows us to survive still. We're gonna have a lance in that situation. Something like pawn drop could be considerable normally. Not sure if there's enough time for this here. Yeah, maybe pawn drop. Something to consider. But yeah, the main concern is king running away through here, or through here doesn't work because of the knight. So that's the good point about it. If we jump though, the king might start running up. Yeah. Okay. So we have also... I need to study 4-5 rook. I'm gonna write it down. 4-5 rook study, because so many of you guys play 4-5 rook. And I really need to get better at this strategy so that I can give you all the best coaching. Yeah, I'm gonna do a heavy 4-5 rook study this week, I feel. All right, let's go. This was the first time I tried Yorishiken Bisha against Tanaguma, so it felt strange to make this shape even though I knew it's one of the countermeasures against Tanaguma. During the game, I was especially indecisive, I cannot pronounce that word, decisive about whenever I should use the 8 for silver for attack or for defense. This one, yeah? It shows that I need a lot of experience to feel comfortable playing this opening. Playing as Gote, right? Not gonna lie, I don't know much about this opening. I've seen the shape of silver here, maybe, rather. Never seen this aggressive one. But if going for edge attack is the plan, we're gonna take a look at it. For now, it's double defended, right? If we get this pawn in hand, that seems kind of good as well. If we get this pawn in hand, maybe we can drop it here, force the lance up. Maybe that's the idea. The other problem we'll have is whenever this line will break or not. So we're gonna see. Okay, so our knight is hanging currently. Okay, not taking immediately, but trying to get more spiciness in the position. Obviously, we wanna drop this pawn here at some point. lance takes, we drop another and then move our silver to 310. If knight takes, we drop the pawn. If silver takes, now can we expose it or not? This position somewhat. Like, if the silver is here, then we drop the bishop. Then maybe we're able to promote type of deal. I don't know. Silver takes. So the idea is to promote here, or? Also, the question should have been like sacrifice this pawn earlier. Will we have time to do anything? Knight takes. No, it's probably not possible. Okay, anyway. Bishop drops 6-9. Got bishop. That's considerable. But we want to get rid of this pawn, right? At this point, I suddenly realized how dangerous it was to give Anaguma a single pawn. I mean, the knight is going to die. I see. So the idea was to keep the pawn so that they cannot kill the knight. Yeah. Maybe that was better, but then our attack is really slow, right? We have to take, push, push. In the meantime, maybe they will like drop the bishop around here. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. But yeah, considering the pawn exchange, maybe you're right. Okay, rook takes, pawn drop, rook promotion, pawn takes. If my opponent was using any other castle, I should be ahead thanks to my dragon, but my opponent king somehow feels safer here. I started to doubt the position, so I rejected it. That's correct. Yes, they have Anaguma, they are better here. Normally, yes, it would be better for you. It felt good to play this Tetsuji. The attack uses bishop, lance, and pawn only. I tried to take inspiration from pro games where Furibisha sometimes attack just with 2 or 3 pieces. The attack seems impossibly thin at first sight, but the Anaguma ultimately breaks. Yeah, but your knight is dying, so can we make it survive? I think gold move was better for them to keep double protection here, because now this seems strong. Or even this, yeah, even better. No. Promote the knight, no? If they make a token, that's fine, right? Wanna sabaki the rook, I believe, no? Now we blocked our rook. At this point, because their rook is not active, I would be tempted to take this pawn, actually, to like make sure they don't get more pieces in hand. If they drop the bishop, we just take and promote the pawn, right? We're gonna lose the knight, though. They drop the bishop. Probably taking the bishop and doing something means we keep the tempo, so should be fine. Just at first sight, I cannot explain. Take, go for that attack. Yeah. What about knight 5-7? Knight 5-7, they will take, and then take this. I mean, it's still okay, I guess. The problem is they have knight drop here at some point. So maybe pawn drop rook of the rook for those pieces. The problem is, if we exchange something for gold, we still need more pieces to break Anaguma, because we cannot break it with a gold, if it makes sense. What I want to do is promote if they drop the pawn. I'm not compelled to do it immediately. Also, they can just escape. It's another problem. So maybe promote, force them to escape and then take it? Because then bishop exchange means we still keep this and we're not afraid of losing the knight. That could be manageable, although it's always tricky. It seems like you're safe and then Anaguma does something and you die. Yeah. Our attack would be Finn, for example, I don't know. Let's say this. And then we have those 3 pieces that we talked about. Yeah, Finn attack, but 3 pieces. Yes, our server is in horrible position, but they have no way of getting those 2 pieces. So it's kind of an exchange here. Yeah, this seems rough. This is 4 pieces in defense, though, not gonna lie. Hey, Sparkle Billy, thank you for the rates. What were you doing, Sparkle? Do you have any interest in Shogi? Mahjong. Oh, okay. Mahjong. We also have a Mahjong channel or our Discord, but yeah. Definitely a Shogi server. Yeah. Shogi is so cool. Thank you so much, Mori. Welcome, welcome. We are analyzing your games today. Sunday Shogi. Yeah. Okay, so we just inputted 1 pawn and then promoted. That's also great. Takes. Okay, so instead, if they run. Okay, so we are on the same page. It seems we are on the same page. Thank you for the following, Mori. All right, but yes, they exchange the gold for the knight, and then they're dropping it here as expected. So that was the risk of that exchange, yeah. It almost makes you wanna like push this pawn at some point, but yeah, we have no good timing for that. So we have those 2 pieces. It's gonna sub a key on a piece advantage. We cannot allow them to have a counter, but this is Anaguma. They will go strongly. If we don't allow them to counter, it will be to take this, but then what they can do? If they do the bishop as we talked, the slow bishop attack, maybe we can go here instead. This knight is always a problem. This is why sometimes they keep the gold here anyway, like protect it. So I don't know if that was better to like keep it here. But yeah, currently we're not giving them the knight yet, right? So maybe we can expose the lance if they chase our rook. Just accept it. Take the lance, do something in the meantime. I don't know. The horse being here is always a trouble. Always a trouble. But hey, we're threatening mate in 1. Anyway, back to the game. Yeah, so when Anaguma manages to go for mutual attack, they're gonna win. As we talked in our Thursday stream, when we talked about the invincible shapes, this is one of those shapes. This is one of those Zetto shapes that we talked about. If this Zetto shape gets enough pieces, they will just throw it at you, and then ultimately murder you. And you cannot counterattack easily. So this feels like this situation. We're losing on king's safety. This is why I think taking this pawn was a way to prevent that. And yeah, this feeling, you having two promoted pieces against normal castle, that feels great. Against Anaguma, it rarely works. Yeah, they have this wall of iron defense. This mistake was due to my carelessness and overconfidence. I played almost instantly, giving zero thoughts about my opponent's plan after the bishop drop. It's quite harsh. But yeah, you definitely should spend time. I feel maybe you already knew you were losing, and then we tend to like play out those moves out. Yeah, I would like to, or yeah, then they drop the pawn. It's hard to continue attacking. Yeah, we're in hurry now. Taking this talking. It's a little bit better, maybe. Yeah, sure. Maybe still okay. Oh, we actually won somehow. Why did we win? We just... Wow. Okay, I see. This was great move then. Yeah. Oh, that's something we call sudden death. Oh, wow. If we drop, then takes, drops, takes. Okay. I guess that also wins, yeah. So did we find a good attack on Anaguma? This is amazing, actually. Indeed, Anaguma's weakness is the edge, right? I would promote this pawn, probably. Try to get the king. If I can, yeah? In front of the lance. So that it blocks this attack. But I think it can go here. And this is why it survives. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I would say the opponent was more careless. Like this pawn drop is weird. Nice endgame. Well done, Ian. So Ian inputted this variation here. If they defend, then this happens. So it is also winning this line. They couldn't out-defend it seems. I'm thinking of the other drops here, but there's the dragon. It's quite rough. My plan in this game showed a poor understanding of playing the middle game against Anaguma. I was not evaluating positions accurately, and I think my attack could have been a lot faster. I caught a lucky break in the endgame after my opponent made a mistake. Thank you for the follow. Guyanangiri. With the knight. Like here? Like where? Like where? Lance? Where are we gonna take? Takes. Pound drop. Or even more forceful. Then you drag the king out. Yeah. They go down. The same thing happens, right? Take, go drop. Yeah, so this horse together with the edge attack was a perfect answer. It seems. Well done. But then if we consider that as a thing, wouldn't this be better first then? If this attack was so strong, yeah? Unless we really wanted the rook to escape there. And rook escaping there means that it doesn't become a target. Yeah, this move by the opponent was a little bit weak, perhaps. Yeah, well played, Ian. Yeah, hard to tell. I think maybe here was better for them to continue the defense of this, yeah? As a general feeling. Anaguma is pretty tricky castle to play, yeah? Isn't there a proverb, a horse in the center or something? It's not a proverb, it's just the general feeling. Like the horse in the center, it controls the biggest diagonals and is super active, right? So this is why it's so powerful here. As a general rule, I don't think there is a special proverb for that. The proverb is horse in your camp, dragon in the enemy camp. But yeah, in one of Hidechi's video, he explained how strong the horse is in the middle of the board on this square because it influenced so many squares. This one is even better, yeah? Directly looks at the enemy king. It's the critical point. Maybe this is where we defend. We don't have a pawn though, so this is quite rough to defend. Yeah, nice edge attack. Well done. All right, next one. Yeah, so just a general thing, like crucial piece, it seemed like this horse was amazing. Well spotted. We have next escape artist. Nothing much, just escape artist thing. It is bishop handicap game, and I just want you to review how important it is to make the king stay alive and not overdo attacking. Hopefully you enjoy. Let's enjoy this kifu together. That's gonna be bishop handicap. All right, let's take a look. So the most important thing will be how to keep king safe and how to not over attack, yeah? Which is quite interesting to me because we played one teaching game with Mifa. I wanted to learn how to play bishop handicap. He played bishop handicap, so here perhaps this is like part of the study for myself to see how the bishop handicap side plays. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at it from the bishop side. This is kind of the move that we talked in the Koshiro video, way to defend your knight's head without using the rook. This actually activates the gold as well, pretty nice. If we had 2 pawns, pawn drop, drag the silver up, pawn drop would like capture it. Probably the only move would be to go back, and here, boom, we have a vanguard pawn. Yeah. But yeah, we have only 1 pawn. This type of tesoji won't exist. Bishop handicap, they say, is like a game of tesojis. It's about who finds better moves. Did we gain anything here? Tick, 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 tick. Okay, defending, defending, defending. Bishop comes in. Then we promote, we go in. That's a really quite nice attack from our opponent. In this moment, we have many pieces. The question is, I like this early king escape. I like it. Question is, do we have anything? So we are not thinking about attacking here. Interesting. Okay, finally, we're gonna go. I'm surprised this king survives. I'm surprised it survives. A gold drop might be concerning, no? For example, yeah, this would lead to mate. Quite scary, isn't it? But maybe surviving. Maybe barely surviving. I also wonder, like, taking this pawn would keep the king's head intact, and we wouldn't have such strong moves as the bishop drop from the behind, right? I think it was quite crucial for this side to defend. I can do it, Eric King. Can you? Can you? All right. Pawn takes 6-6. Takes. All right. Oh, sorry, there is a rook here. I'm blind. For some reason I thought this doesn't exist. It is a good move indeed. In that case... Something about this rook, yeah? We have to block it somehow. I'm thinking like knight drop 5-5. The way to attack this gold while attacking. Something like pound drop, pound drop. Cipher drop, pound drop. Something about this gold and something about knight drops. Maybe bringing the silver here. It's kind of the moves I would like to consider in this position. This lance may be too slow in that case. This looks very, very dangerous right now, because this one isn't working as strongly as it's supposed to. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, this pound drop. Another lens drop. No way this is working. No way this is working. Oh, yeah. No way. Pound drop. No way this is working. I refuse to believe this is winning for you. Bishop drop. I refuse to believe this is winning. Yeah. I refuse to believe this is a good move. Yeah. I refuse to believe that is working. I'm gonna check it with the computer. I refuse. Which position was that? Oh, it's the upside down. Okay, it's upside down, but... So here... Actually, I one move before. Pounder of 7-5 is indeed the move. Oh, shoot. This is better, I believe. Knight of 4-4 is better here. Difficult. He should have won, yes. That's my whole point. Yeah. A pound drop, isn't pound drop so much better here? Why use the knight? Maybe because the head of the king looks safer. Pound drop, yeah, I mean, computer also says knight, so there must be something behind it. Gold 6-8 going here, which was de facto plate. And then this was plate. And this still is winning, right? It's minus. It's minus. Come on, bishop drop. Yeah! He definitely should have won. So I refuse to agree on the 4-1 lance. But yeah, your attack is quite strong in this game. Cannot argue with that. I believe you're winning here. Where was the losing move? Let's see. Was this the losing move? Mating -10. And here -600. Still losing. All right, how about this gold drop? Rook takes, silver takes. Still losing. Okay, Mifa says, see, as long as my king survives, there's chance to win. I mean, that's how Shogi works, right? Yeah, but I really like how you like balance those things out. So I guess the final mistake is here then? It's the minus. King takes, gold takes, knight drop to 4, gold drop. Oh, he went down. That's what killed him. Okay, that's what killed him. He was going up. That's crazy, Mr. Computer. So this is the losing move over here. Yeah. You were laughing, seeing those nights. Yeah, they're kissing each other in close, proximity. Get going here. This is crazy. Does it work even? Oh, because the knight is protecting here, the bishop is protecting here, the silver is protecting here. So this actually can survive, and this is where the new Gyoku comes to life. This is crazy. This is amazing. Oh my gosh. Well, how would you escape here, Mifa? Thanks for sharing, though. Quite interesting game indeed. Really had fun watching it. Cavalry, yeah. All right. Okay, next one, Valorant. Still trying to find the proper way to open up a game and find correct ideas in the middle game. I tend to forget about the safety of my king too fast on the offensive sometimes. Tend to forget about the safety of my king. Okay, let's take a look. Hello, Gaston. Ah, Valorant, sorry, he sent actually. Let me double check that. Sent indeed. Okay, well, yeah, you both have the same weakness. So you're gonna make the horse, bring the rook, and we have equal position. So speaking of the engagement, the middle game already started. Putting the horse here is a nice thing to have. Put the horse on the big diagonal, yeah. Force them to move the silver, then go here. Also nice thing to have. Okay, we go for the edge against the Naguma, makes sense. And then bring the knight, makes sense. I mean, you're putting all the pieces, targeting the enemy weak point. Speaking of which, this gold should be here because this is the swinging rook game. Quite a good opening here. Quite good. Okay. Okay. Okay, so here we have few things to consider. Having this pawn in hand would be pretty nice. And also we have this bishop drop we could consider. Pawn push on the edge is the attack in the crucial point. So here, for example, I can take this pawn and use it against my enemy. This pawn is particularly good because it forces a piece to go into this square. So for example, lance. Suddenly the knight has a target. The knight takes, well, suddenly our lance has a nice pin on the knight. Horses are important pieces to have. So this is an equal exchange. If possible, I would like to drop a pawn behind. This is just an exchange, yeah? Here, yeah, if they drop the pawn, I guess your rook survives. If they drop the lance, your rook survives. So here I would like to leave this and bring my knight in play. So probably take a pawn, either pawn drop or just jump the knight. I would like to consider. If they promote the rook, I don't care. I don't care. This rook alone is doing nothing, yeah? Silver takes. Kinda breaking the enigma, but we're missing some punch to it, yeah. Maybe knight drop simply is better. They drop the silver, we force them to drop a silver. We can force them to exchange some pieces. So don't go straight forward. Try to find some double threat underneath, yeah? Some way of activating your pieces. Try to get a pawn in hand to engage more, yeah? Stuff like that would make it more strong. Yeah, here only rook and lance are playing part. Even though the horse and the knight are close, they're not joining the attack. So that's the problem here. You need 4 pieces in attack. I hate computer sensei. In my game, I played a move that I thought was good practical chance, and he dismisses completely. No. Good practical chances are always good practical chances. My game against Koshiro mid game started really late. Yes. So here, our rook went here. It's still a nice influence over the square, but we have to continue attacking this king. We can drop the lance, yeah. Okay. We have few options again. Do we drop the pawn? Pawn takes pawn drop. Try to break, knight joins the attack again. Or do we go crazy, take it, drop the lance, exchange the rook for the bishop? This is a little bit scary because you're playing against Anaguma. So I would recommend just leave it. Okay, your rook is blocked now. I will do something else type of situation. Drag this king out of this corner and maybe try to expose it somehow. That somehow is really hard thing to do, actually. Really hard thing to do. We're missing one pawn. We're missing one. This is too aggressive, right? Or maybe like this. Too aggressive. This feels good though. Bringing a knight here. Where do we want to attack? Good question. Yeah, personally, I want to input some moves over here, basically. See how they react. Depending on that, maybe abuse this rook more. For example, yeah, this. If they go back. Promotion, pawn drop. For example, yeah. We exchange the bishop for the gold. We disable this rook more. The problem is this king is really safe still, so don't like that. If the silver we force them. Oh god, my words sounded like this. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't like to exchange the horse for that because I give them a lot of pieces. So I would really like to take this pawn to like limit their option of making a token. And yeah, having the knight join the attack I think was important. It's kind of pass. Yes, we did exchange aggressive lance for a defensive one, so that's one point we took. Then we need to find how to take another point. Lance drop. Okay. I still feel this is the move. Yeah. Something like this. We go back. We need a pawn. We need a pawn. Maybe this. Maybe just boom, all the pieces together. If they go here, we accept our fate. Yeah, basically what I'm saying, the knight was a very important piece to join the attack. We need 4 pieces in the attack. Currently you have 2. 1, 2, maybe 3. This horse isn't joining, so this knight is so important to join the attack. We do here, this is good. No, promotes, yeah. Promote here, double attack. This would be so much better here. Actually, lance drop was good as well, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's good attack, but here we promote the bishop. Promote the bishop. If they go here, we just take 2 for 1. And this is another point we took, yeah? Here we take 1 for 1. And we wasted a gold. So let's notice the difference here. Yeah, the silver doesn't help to get to this king. Yeah, but good ending. Yeah, yeah. very, very long variation here. It would be much easier if you took the silver, because the knight affects those 2 squares. I think taking silver was a little bit easier to checkmate this king. Little bit easier, but I cannot see the exact variation. Something like this. Yeah, bring the king closer, checkmate him. Not as flashy. Yeah, basically wanna take the more defensive pieces. Knight is useless here, yeah? Here, if they take... Do we have enough punch? Knight drop, pawn takes bishop. Yeah, we do have enough punch, so that's okay, yes. Here, it's a mate in this many moves. It's so much simpler. Or pawn drop is actually even better. Pawn drop, silver, silver. Do not finish with pawn drop, that's illegal. Yeah, this would be faster. Yeah, and in the end we took the silver anyway, so hey. Yeah, alright, well done here. So the point is, like, we have to ask ourselves, which pieces do we want to take? For example, taking this silver allow them to create a stronger shape. And yes, it gives us silver, but this guy is useless anyway for the enemy's defense. So you rather take this one, and to take this one, you put a pressure on him by this bishop promotion, if it makes sense, yeah? If it goes back, for example, we can go crazy, take this piece out, and then take this rook. And then you have some exchange. Because again, we take defensive pieces and then have an equal exchange. I liked your lance drops here. I really like them, better than my moves, actually. We took the gold. The gold is the pivotal piece in any castle, but in Anaguma especially, they say the gold value is bigger than the bishop value in Anaguma. So this was all perfect. So this gold is very valuable. You want to keep it in hand. Do not give it to your enemy. What you ended up with is having this gold, which is also useless as this silver, if not more. I want you to notice that. And then here I would consider defending, because we have 1, 2, 3 big pieces, so one big piece advantage. and I want to keep that advantage. So I slow the game down, wait a moment, and here he with only lances cannot break through. If we allow them to make a token, that means they have additional gold, yeah? So we shouldn't allow them to do that. Yeah, and this is why we kind of panicked here, started defending. I mean, it's still winning, right? It's just that made it a little bit more confusing. So do not allow your opponents to make that type of chance. So yeah, this knight was an important piece to activate. Try to find ways to attack with 4 pieces, Valorant. That's the basics of Shogi attack. I think you're a swinging rook player, so I would recommend watching some Yagura Joseki, how do they activate the silver and knight together. Yeah, try to think about this knight activation more in the future. I'm gonna leave you with that for now. Thanks for sending the kifu. But yeah, great shape, attacking the weakness of Anaguma. Maybe getting 1 more pawn in hand could help you attack. Great idea here. All right, Melkor. You said, I don't mind either. So do you want your kifu to land on YouTube? Do you want your kifu to land on YouTube? What ranking? 1 done, I think. Yes, 1 done. Take a quick peek on your kifu. If it's worth of the YouTube. You will have to tell me which name is yours. I don't see. Let's do it on the stream. So which are you, center Gote? Doesn't say Melkor. My green screen is... Yeah. I'm not gonna fix it. We're gonna leave it like this. Yeah, I know. You're Gote. So we're gonna flip it. Maybe we can fix it. Let me see. Filters. Chroma key. Here you go. Horrible fashion loser. Okay. So, they're playing Yagura. What are we gonna do against it? What's the main plan? Do we go rapid attack? We go bogey. Okay. 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 That's good move, but I think this move is quite necessary beforehand. Yeah. So that's good. That's winning. Should we push it immediately? Sure. Bishop. Sure. Here. Okay. Not here. Or here. Here. No. Too straightforward. You already took the point here. Their castle is inexistent now. But what about your castle? What about your castle? Where should you attack? Not... I'm not sure about it, but sure, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Sure. So the strategy here is to push this pawn in general. Do we take it? We take it. They drop the silver. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to put the bishop here, because there's this silver drop anytime. So as we said in Anaguma, the side that has bigger king safety in the mutual attack wins. So our winning condition is to have king in more safe position, for example. So if we would put it in Yagura, they already has worse Yagura. So you could play slowly here, winning the long range game. This is very aggressive, like, for no reason. And now you're thinking of casting. Now, my friend. Now. Yeah, before you move this pawn, I think gold move was more important. Because of the possibility of the silver drop. And here I would really like to play this to kind of expose this king, but my king is also in the center. Yeah, and the gold here would be nice to have. The rook can come. Oh gosh. Yeah. I was especially terrible at longer games back then. Well, time to get better at it. Yeah, so they have a lot of pressure in front of your king, right? That's very unfortunate. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah. I mean, if it was long ago, I think you understand your main mistakes here. Silver on the 5th row is winning. Silver on the 5th row is good. Silver on the 6th row is like winning. So this is what happened. He had 2 6 row silvers, yeah. And this knight, yeah, activated. I mean, the king is in horrible shape, but slowly your king was in even worse shape, yeah. Yeah, the rook moves. I mean, it was unavoidable at this point. But yeah, it's hard to contest those 2 silvers now. Here they... Oh, they don't have a pawn, actually. Smart pawn rook. Yeah, they're gonna win by pressure. Yeah, that shows the importance of, like, understanding when to play slowly and quickly about the other winning conditions. If I were crazy, and I am, I would try to even make this shape and then move my rook here. That's crazy, but yeah. Here you're basically praying for him to, like, push this pawn, right? But the pawn is not pushed, so this is not necessarily the best position for the bishop at the moment. With them having a silver in hand. I'm more concerned that they can push here and exchange silver for the bishop and, like, break in. If you want to go, like, modern shogi rapid attack, it would be like this. But yeah, the bishop, yeah, this. Yeah, I don't like that. King safety, I would go for it. Even though I say, like, mid game started, you shouldn't play slow moves. This is an exception here. Hating yourself for terrible rook moves is something we all had to go through. Yes. I see. Yeah, they didn't play the best moves, but ultimately they ended up being victorious, right? So for example here, maybe making a space for the bishop, maybe moving the rook away. It's another idea. By the way, generally, it's not gonna work, does it? Generally, I would like to think of attacking this square. They have a silver in hand, so maybe they can defend with silver drop. Maybe it's not gonna work. Considerable. Yeah, those moves end up being like a pass, right? Yeah, maybe this is also good. Yeah, keeping the bishop active, taking some material on the way. Oh, you were out of tournament immediately. That sucks. If you use the pawns. Well, he has 4 defenders, you have 3 attackers, right? I don't know how it would have worked. Oh, you mean like here? Yeah, okay, maybe that's... Definitely, I mean, when it goes up to here. Pawn drop. Gold. Takes gold. Rook activation. Scuffed, but... Pawn 2-4, not 2-4. Okay, you have to understand. You have to explain to me because I don't understand the difference between pawn 2-4 and not 2-4. I mean, probably something. Yeah, I mean, it's quite still quite difficult, right? But your opponent would need to play perfectly here in order to win. So, I mean, better attacker has the advantage. Yeah, so it will be quite fun to play out this position. All right. Do we have any other kifu for today? So I still have those 2 kifu for the YouTube. We're gonna do it. I'm stupid and I can type proper coordinates. Okay, no, it's fine, it's fine. I think I understood it correctly, so. Thank you for sending. All right, guys. I will see you next on Thursday, I believe. Thursday book reading. We will have. Oh yeah, the TTK will be. Sorry, TTK is next week as well. 14 UTC. The second game of the series, we're gonna be there. The reading book stream will continue as normal. We had fun last week learning about Zetto. Did we translate it to an A in English? Because it's absolutely no mate, and we are like, in order for this to make sense in English, we're gonna call it A. But I think we're gonna keep the Zetto. Oh yeah, because Zorro. We translate it as Zorro. Younger kids might not remember Zorro. The first real Batman story. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I definitely need to learn the 4-5 rook. I will do some serious study with the books this week, and we're gonna see what comes up with it. Not sure if I'm gonna check the Shining Dragon yet, but seeing how Eon plays it a lot, maybe I should. Maybe I also should stop being lazy and study a little bit. Because I'm pushing you guys to excel, and you guys are pushing me back, right? So I also should be doing more. We should keep inspiring each other, yeah? So hot today. 32 degrees. All right, guys. So thank you so much for today. Let me see the rate. If anybody is streaming Shogi right now. Only us, I think. I mean, the anime man is streaming if you wanna rate him. Or Game Grammar. Guys, which one do you prefer? Try the anime man, eh? So thank you so much. And I will see you, next week. Thank you for coming and sending your kifu. Bye bye.